We're now going to be looking at how we can use our object snap or Osnap. For this task, I need you to open up the file attached to this video. And once downloaded, go to your download folder and open the file. So the file name is called Object Snap. We'll open that. So I'm going to give you an introduction now to our first drawing aid, which is our Object Snap. Coming down to the status bar, our Object Snap symbol is a square, and in the top left-hand corner is a small circle. When it's blue, it means that it's on, and when it's gray, it is off. Also, if we hover over the feature, it'll display in the little info box above. So we want it to be blue, so we can use the Object Snap. To the right of that is an arrow. When we click that, it opens up all of the different snaps which are currently active. So we're now going to go over each one of these object snaps. But first I'm going to show you why they are important. What I'm going to do is turn off Endpoint. So we have a small tick to show that Endpoint is currently active. If we turn one click of the mouse, will deactivate the endpoint. We'll then come back into our drawing. What we want to do now is we want to activate our line tool and draw a line. First we'll come to the draw panel in the home tab. One click will activate our line. What we want to do is snap to the end of this line. What that means is we want to connect our new line to that existing line. And with AutoCAD, we want to be 100% accurate with everything we do. So using those snap tools allows us to snap directly to the end of that line. As I have the object snap turned off, what I'm going to do is draw my new line at the end of this line. So without the tool, I'm going to click where I believe it to be the end of the line and draw it out. Enter to finish. So it looks like those two lines are connected. If I hover my mouse over where they connect and scroll with the wheel, which allows me to zoom in, you see they aren't connected. So I'll zoom back out with the scroll wheel. Come down and turn on my end point. Come back into the drawing. Select my line tool. Hover over the end of the line and we see that we get this green square. So the green square means that is our end point. If you refer to the notes, all of these icons are displayed within the notes on page 8. So the end point is a green square, and once that green square appears, the software is telling me that if I click, the new line will be attached to the existing line. So the software is helping us out by doing so. So having this aid turned on gives us that accuracy which we're trying to achieve. Once the green square appears, one click of the mouse, move my line in the direction I want to draw, click again to complete, enter to finish. Now if I zoom back over on our previous line again, we'll see that they're not connected. We zoom in on our new line and we see that the lines are connected. So this is what we want to achieve. Next on the list is called midpoint. The midpoint snap will look for the midpoint of the line. If I turn that on, select my line tool. Instead of me trying to work out where's the center point of that line, if I go roughly where I believe it to be, I will get a green triangle. Not only will I get the green triangle, but the little info box will appear and tell me that that is the midpoint. So I hover over where I believe the midpoint to be. The green triangle appears. Once that green triangle appears, one click of the mouse will start my line at the midpoint of that line. So again, I'll select my line. We'll go on this left-hand side line here. I'll look for where I believe the midpoint to be. The green triangle appears. One click of the mouse, enter to finish. So that line now is at the midpoint of that line.